And today's purpose, I believe, is to help us learn how to manage our mind, how to do a better job. And Dr. Pernia is going to tell us more about how to do that.
One Life to Live is a 5-step certified program under the leadership of Sheriff Baka and the Sheriff Department. And we're planning to help you realize what real life is about. The jail doesn't allow us to take more than 20 at a time. So we're basically 80 teenagers, so 4 groups, and each group will have 3 adults. All the IAPA members are here, and we will accompany by police, and it's really the safest place on earth.
We're on our way to visit the Twin Towers and Men's Central Jail in downtown LA. On arrival, we were met by Sheriff Baka's team and escorted to view the facilities. Unfortunately, we were not allowed to video the inmates or the officers who were guiding us inside the jail. But needless to say, it was a moving experience for all of us, our teenagers and IAPA board members who accompanied them to view the jail life, the environment, and what can happen when people do not think of consequences.
We want to know how you feel, what you think, and what you make out of it.
It was a good experience, and it was good to see. It was good to see a lot of people who are not like us, I guess, and who had experiences that weren't really good. So we could see what they went through, and you know, so we know that we're not supposed to do what they did.
I just wanted to say that I learned today how easy it was to go to jail, and just by having marijuana.
It was kind of sad to see someone like that, to see him all messed up and like trying to kill people through a wall. It was sad.
The point of this program is to show you guys that it's not worth it. Now, I'm not here saying if your friend is in a fight, don't back him up. I'm not here saying don't have fun, don't do this, don't do that. That's what they're saying. But what I'm here saying is you guys got to wake up and realize the consequences that really, really can happen. Alright, I'm a kid that grew up in Beverly Hills. I got arrested in Santa Barbara County Jail, and it was definitely the worst experience of my life.
Alright, good morning.
Oh, you're Mr. Loud.
I'm going to tell you right now, while I'm talking, you're not. You understand that?
I didn't say anything.
You're here for a reason. Right now we have 300 Vita kids throughout LA. Hopefully I'll get to ask each and every one of you why you're here today. Okay? Now I assume that you are not here for the same reasons my kids are here. I assume that this group is much more successful at this point in time. The tips of your fingers will be on the person's shoulder next to you. When you talk about self-discipline, if I can't learn to control myself, how am I going to control my thoughts? If you're smoking weed or you have the smell of alcohol and I pull you over, I guarantee I'm jerking you out of the car and I'm going to be in your Kool-Aid so much you will not like me. So I'm going to pick one of you, and within 10 minutes I can tell if you've had anything in your system.
Can I take it?
You look too good, though. Are you druggy? Now, I'm looking for someone. I'm looking for the telltale signs of drug use. Droopy eyelids, you know. Your friends, if you don't smoke this weed with me, you're what? You're a loser. How many of you are out there saying, hey, don't smoke this weed, okay? You're a winner.
One life to live is truly one life of each one of us to live. Now, you are quite responsible. I can't tell you how proud of you I am. You need to get out of a car of someone who's doing drugs. You need to be able to save yourself, to protect yourself. I am so worried for you guys.
So the Voyager, where all the first planetary images came back, that was here, and you're seeing the real size model, right?
Sure. You look at it. It's almost like impossible.
We're just going to talk really quickly about internships. There's a lot of internship opportunities at JPL for all different age groups, all different interests. You don't have to be a scientist or an engineer to work at JPL. My degree from college is in art education.
From the floor of the ocean, these lines connect and send all the data or receive the data, in addition to our satellite communications. Then from the...
So they all speak about the same time in the same way. To the right of the clock, the very colorful chart depicts the various missions and spacecraft that the Deep Space Network is.
We did it.
First of all, congratulations to all of you. It's a pretty big deal because you're the first group, right?
From here, I challenge you to become leaders in your community. The point of all this is you guys now know the bad and the good that's out there.
Then someday one of you is going to be standing here like me, wearing this badge or some other responsible position you'll hold, and you'll be telling the youngest generation, none of my success is because I necessarily outperformed someone else. It was all because I performed to the best of my ability as a single person. None of my parents had high school diplomas. None of them had college degrees. None of them had cars. We never owned a car. No materiality, no college education, no examples that would lead me to a further way in my own way of growing, but they gave me something that I'm sharing with you right now. The ability to appreciate what you have and do the best you can in the short time that you live to make it as much as it possibly can be.
I lost my son 10 years ago at the age of 20 in a car accident. He hits the curb in the middle of the freeway, and he obviously had a couple of flips, and because he didn't have a seatbelt, he just passed away.
My daughter was driving that Honda CR-V just this last June. She's alive. It wasn't a drunk driver that did this. It was a cell phone. She's driving home, and a driver adjacent to her, answering by his phone, broadsided her and pushed her into that tree at about 50 miles an hour. That's my daughter now.
Ooh, fancy view. Huh? Okay, I'll finish it. Stop, you guys. You guys! How are we even gonna get the car back?
Defendant is present. He's in custody. Counsel, do you wish to state your appearances, please?
Do you know how hard it is not to move? Do you know how hard it is?
He killed 2 people.
With regard to the killing of Dominic Sandifer, the court's going to impose the middle term of 6 years in state prison. With regard to Ms. Benayan, I'm going to add an additional 5 years for the position that you've left her in.
Have that? Like, you really shouldn't be driving with that.
Yeah, I guess, whatever.
Alan Murphy, this is Mark. What are you reporting?
There was an accident.
Okay, where is it at?
I'm at the high school on Western.
Familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for the daily races, going nowhere, going